Before he was known to Europe as King Afonso I, he was Mbemba and Zinga, a prince of the Kingdom of Congo. He was born into a powerful Central African kingdom long before European flags tried to redraw African futures. Congo was not a scattered territory waiting to be discovered. It was a structured kingdom with rulers, provinces, courts, armies, trade routes, spiritual traditions, and diplomatic intelligence. When the Portuguese arrived in the late 15th century, they came as visitors, traders, missionaries, and political opportunists. To some in Congo, they looked like useful allies. To others, they looked like trouble, dressed in silk and prayer. Mvemba and Zinga watched carefully. His father, King Nzinga and Kubu, accepted baptism and took the Christian name Juan I. Mvemba and Zinga also converted and took the name Afonso. But Afonso's Christianity was not simple imitation. He understood that religion, in the world of European kings, was also a language of power. A Christian ruler could speak to Portugal, not as a subject, but as a fellow monarch under God. Afonso's rise to power was not peaceful. After his father's death, he faced a succession struggle against rivals, including his half-brother. Congo was not simply inherited like a private possession. Power had to be claimed, defended, and recognized. Afonso survived the crisis and became king around 1509. From that moment, he began one of the most ambitious political projects in early African Atlantic history. He wanted Congo to be strong, literate, Christian, and sovereign. That was his vision. He welcomed priests and teachers. He supported schools. He encouraged members of the elite to learn reading and writing. He sent young Congolese to Europe for education. His own son, Enrique, rose so high in the Catholic hierarchy that he became a bishop in 1518, one of the earliest African bishops in the Catholic world. Afonso was not merely receiving European culture. He was trying to domesticate it, reshape it, and make it serve Congo's future. But every alliance carries a shadow. The Portuguese relationship brought weapons, books, priests, and luxury goods. It also brought merchants who saw human beings as profit. Slowly, Afonso realized that the friendship he had built with Portugal was becoming dangerous. The slave trade was no longer a controlled political exchange. It was becoming a disease inside the kingdom. People were being seized illegally. Free subjects were being kidnapped. Nobles were being taken. Members of important families were disappearing. Portuguese traders and local collaborators were creating a market that threatened the king's authority and the kingdom's social order. This is where Afonso's biography becomes extraordinary. Many rulers would have answered only with violence. Afonso answered with literacy. In 1526, he wrote to King Juan III of Portugal. He did not write like a helpless man. He wrote like a sovereign, accusing another sovereign of allowing corruption. He warned that his kingdom was being damaged by Portuguese agents, merchants, and illegal trade. In one famous letter, he complained that Congo was being lost because Portuguese traders had too much freedom inside his lands. That sentence was not just a complaint, it was a political alarm. Afonso understood that conquest does not always begin with armies. Sometimes it begins with shops, with goods, with debts, with foreign officials, with men who enter as partners and slowly weaken the authority of the throne. So he used the one weapon Portugal could not easily dismiss: the written word. His letters were diplomatic weapons. They appealed to Christian morality, royal responsibility, and legal order. He did not simply say, "My people are suffering." He said, in effect, "Your people are breaking law, faith, and royal friendship." That was the brilliance of Afonso. He used Portugal's own values against Portugal's own greed. But Afonso was not a modern abolitionist in the full contemporary sense. The historical truth is more complex. Slavery already existed in parts of African political life, and Afonso did not reject every form of slavery as modern human rights language would. What he fought fiercely was the illegal capture and export of free Congolese people, especially when Portuguese traders ignored Congo's laws and royal authority. Britannica notes that in 1526, he tried to organize the administration of the slave trade to prevent illegal enslavement and export. That complexity makes him more human, not less important. He was not a symbol floating above history. He was a ruler, trapped inside the brutal birth of the Atlantic world. He tried to protect sovereignty while managing trade. He tried to use Christianity without surrendering independence. He tried to benefit from Portuguese connection without letting Portugal consume his kingdom. That was the tragedy. Afonso saw the danger early, but the machinery of Atlantic slavery was already gathering force. The profits were too tempting. The merchants were too aggressive. The Portuguese crown was too far away or too unwilling to fully restrain its own agents. Congo's internal politics also made control difficult. Afonso could write, command, warn, and regulate, but he could not completely stop the hunger growing around him. Still, his resistance matters. King Afonso I ruled until the early 1540s. His reign left behind the image of a ruler who understood that literacy was not decoration. It was statecraft. It was diplomacy. It was evidence. It was protest. It was survival. He transformed the quill into a royal instrument. Through his letters, we hear an African king speaking directly across the Atlantic, not as a footnote in European expansion, but as a political mind confronting it. He was not waiting for history to happen to him. He was writing himself into it. And that is the power of Afonso's life. He stood at the doorway of colonial modernity and recognized the danger before many others could name it. He saw that empire could smile. He saw that trade could enslave. He saw that religion could be both faith and leverage. He saw that language itself could become a battlefield. King Afonso I of Congo did not defeat the Atlantic slave trade, but he exposed its corruption while it was still young. He did not save his kingdom from every future wound, but he left proof that African rulers understood, resisted, negotiated, and fought back with political intelligence. His sword defended the throne. His faith shaped his diplomacy, but his letters carried his warning across centuries. The empire came with ships. Afonso answered with ink. Toward the end of his life, the court Afonso had built began to fracture under the weight of succession politics. His children and grandchildren were no longer simply heirs waiting in silence. They were political actors, forming alliances, calculating advantage, and preparing for the moment when the old king would no longer control the throne. Portuguese residents inside Congo also became entangled in these tensions, and in 1540, a group of plotters tried to kill him. The attempt failed, but it revealed the danger that had surrounded his final years. The foreign presence he had once tried to discipline through letters, law, and Christian diplomacy had become part of the instability inside his own kingdom. Afonso survived the plot, but not a deeper crisis of succession. By then, he was an aging monarch who had ruled through one of the most disruptive periods in Congo's history. He had expanded royal authority, promoted Christianity, built schools, corresponded with European monarchs, and tried to restrain the destructive effects of Portuguese trade. Yet the final years of his reign were marked by rivalry within his own family and by the growing power of foreign interests at court. He died in late 1542, or perhaps at the beginning of 1543, most likely from natural causes rather than assassination. His son Pedro succeeded him, but the stability Afonso had fought to preserve did not last. Within a few years, Pedro was overthrown by Afonso's grandson Diogo, and the kingdom entered another cycle of dynastic conflict. Afonso's life ended not with a battlefield defeat, but with an unfinished struggle. The struggle to keep Congo sovereign in a world where empire had learned to arrive first as friendship.